Morning everybody, this is Patrick Rufo of Rufo Optimal Workouts. Today's workout is a strength circuit, and then after that you're doing an erg. So we're going to talk about the erg, and we're going to talk about the feet out drill. One great drill for you to do when you're doing your steady state on the ergometer is taking your feet out. The purpose of this is to make sure you're staying connected to the foot plate. And there's a few things that you have to really make sure you pay attention to. Is you want to make sure you're connected all the way through. So part of the reason the strength workout is before the erg is because we want to turn on the quads and the hamstrings, posterior chain, so you make sure you finish the stroke off. So when you do your swings, you're really extending all the way through. So when you do the feet out drill, you don't have the straps that are going to be able to keep you on the ergometer. So we want to make sure we're sitting with our feet flat. Okay, and grab the handle, and we're going to work on pausing to finish every 5 strokes. So I'm going to take 5 strokes and pause at the finish. Setting up, making sure that we're not cutting the finish, extending through that posterior chain. Grab my finish, and pause. When I pause, what I want to make sure is that my quads are firing. See it's kind of popping up here. Right, that means I'm actually driving my legs all the way down and not stopping. I'm also about, I'll say 30 to 45 degrees past vertical here. That means I'm using my abdominals to make sure that I don't fall forward. So what you want to try to avoid is not having the knees kind of popped up at the finish. I see sometimes my guys will kind of finish and then the knees will kind of pop up. You need to make sure you're firing all the way through here. Second thing I see people do is they dump. And the reason they dump is because they don't want to fall backwards off the erg, so they collapse here and drop the chin. And that's going to make it very difficult for you to sit back up and come back forward. So if I lean back down and I dump, I'm essentially cutting my finish out. And that's because I don't want to fall backwards. It's going to take a little bit of time to get used to. I used to row feet out all the time, and the problem with rowing feet out all the time was that I basically taught myself to dump the finish. So really work on your posture at the finish, sitting up tall, engaging your glutes, and really paying attention to your feet, making sure they're not coming off the foot plate. If it's too challenging for you, strap one foot in and just work on the one foot and then switch. So you only want to do this for a short amount of time, about 5 minutes. But now I'm working on doing this drill with some of my harder pieces. It's still really, really challenging to do that because your momentum kind of carries you back. But work on sitting up tall, engaging the abdominals, engaging the quads, and then finally engaging back here. Because if you squeeze the glutes through, you should feel like just one solid piece all the way through. Okay? And when you go back and do your strength training, you can kind of think about that and then come back on the erg and do that. Alright? Enjoy this little drill, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.